Oh, and by the way, speaking of things that are getting under Donald Trump's skin, it's not just that Biden revoked his security clearance. Another thing that got under Donald Trump's skin within the last few days alone is the new cover of Time magazine. In case you haven't seen it, Time magazine is out with a new cover that shows Elon Musk sitting behind the Resolute desk in the Oval Office, of course implying that Elon Musk is in fact the individual that is calling the shots for the United States of America today. This goes along with the Democrats calling him President Musk and Vice President Trump. And we know that those claims in the past that Elon Musk is running things, and I say in the past, guy's been president for 3 weeks now. But anyway, it's really gotten under Donald Trump's skin to the point where just a couple weeks ago, the White House had to come out and say, no, Trump is in charge. You know, this was right before the inauguration. His spokespeople said, listen, Elon Musk is going to do great work, but Donald Trump is the guy calling the shots. Make no mistake about it. Everything goes through Trump. They actually echoed that this past week with Elon Musk as well. Like, oh, he's doing great work, but make no mistake. Everything he does comes through me. It comes through this White House. He doesn't do anything unless we approve it. And then Time comes out with the cover on Friday, and Donald Trump just in shambles. So while he's meeting on Friday with the Japanese Prime Minister, a reporter asks him, hey, do you have a comment about the Time magazine cover? And Donald Trump says, no. And then after a second or two, after saying no, this guy looks up at the reporter and says, is Time magazine still in business? I didn't even know that. So he tries to take a dig at Time magazine, right? Like, oh, they're so insignificant. I didn't even know if they existed anymore. Who reads Time magazine? Who cares about it? Certainly not me. I don't even know if they exist. This is the same guy who 2 months ago was on the cover of Time magazine as the person of the year. He also sat for a lengthy interview for that piece. So for him to sit there and say, like, I didn't even know they were still in business. Yeah, you did. And you hyper-focus on them because it is very important to you. You're trying to act like, oh, it's no big deal if they put him on the cover behind my desk. I totally don't care. But you do. And it's driving you crazy. And I love every second of it because it hurts you so deeply. And you being a guy that doesn't know how to even process his emotions is just absolutely hilarious to me. And I'm going to soak in every single second of it because I'm enjoying watching you hurt and not knowing how to properly process what you're feeling inside. But then Donald Trump, again, knowing full well that Time magazine still exists. Because again, he sat for the interview. He celebrated the release of the cover by ringing the bell on Wall Street. You know, like a little kid who got straight A's on their report card. So it's like, okay, you get to ring the dismissal bell. You get to make the announcements for the school. That's what he is. So he knew they existed. Don't fall for his crap. But then he goes off on this tangent about Elon Musk. And he says, Elon is doing a great job. He's finding tremendous fraud and corruption and waste. You see it with USAID, but you're going to see it even more so with other agencies and other parts of government. He's got a staff that's fantastic. Now, it's important to remember that he said this the day after that staffer resigned after being tied to those horrifically racist posts on Twitter. So a staff that's fantastic if you ignore the racist and you ignore the guy that was fired from his previous job for leaking secrets. Other than that, totally great children he has running that department. He's wanted to be able to do this for a long time, but everybody else knew it was existent. But I think never so much. When you look at USAID, that's a fraud. The whole thing is a fraud. Very little being put to good use. Every single line that I look at in terms of events and transactions is either corrupt or ridiculous. And we're going to be doing that through our government. There it is. That's the line. Did you pick it up? I hope you did. Because he's like, I'm going through it. Every line that I see is total waste, total fraud, total abuse. So he's praising Elon, right? Because that's what they want to talk about. But then he's got to throw in there like, but make no mistake, I'm the one going through it. I'm the one finding these things. Not Elon. But Elon's doing great. He's a great guy. Wonderful. Doing great things with a terrific staff. You're not doing any of it. You're really not. Oh, and by the way, they're really not finding the things that they think they are. They've actually released, plenty of like, oh, look what we found. And it's nothing. It's gigantic nothing burgers that are either totally taken out of context, misconstrued, misrepresented to the public, or the funds are so insignificant as to not even matter in the first place. That's what we're seeing here. But according to Donald Trump, Elon's doing a great job, but only because Trump is letting him do it.
Did you know that Americans use over 20 billion K-cups every year, the little plastic cups that go in Keurig machines? That is more than 50 million single-serve plastic K-cups going to landfills daily. It's a big issue. And that's why I'm very excited to share the solution. Cambio Roasters. Our sponsor, Cambio Roasters, offers the world's only patented K-cup made from recyclable aluminum instead of plastic. These aluminum cups for your Keurig are disposable, like the plastic K-cups you're used to, but you'll be saving so much plastic. And the best part is it costs the same as the regular ones, won't cost you anything extra, plus your coffee will taste better. Plastic K-cups are porous. They let oxygen seep in and degrade coffee. By the time you brew it, the coffee is stale. Aluminum, on the other hand, is completely impervious to oxygen. It locks in freshness until you brew, and you can really taste the difference. Cambio uses 100% organic, small farm-sourced Arabica coffee from all around the world. They share 20% of profits with 10,000 coffee farming families, ensuring 60,000 fewer people go hungry each year. Stop wasting plastic and enjoy better coffee. Go to CambioRoasters.com and use the code PACMAN to get 25% off any 10-pod box or larger. The link is in the description.